realize a negative belief system that you have doesn't make sense, you let it go. I've seen this has happened, I know this is to be true. But I've been surprised lately because I've had a few negative, let's say, encounters or negative feelings. And when I ask myself, as you've taught, what do I have to believe about myself to feel this way? The answer has been things that I didn't realize I felt. So like 2 or 3 things. An example is like not being good enough. And so I have tried to reason this to myself and been like, well, listen, creation doesn't make mistakes. So obviously I exist, I'm worthy. I know I'm valid. I love myself. But these issues persist. And again, consciously, I don't feel like I have that belief system. I don't believe that I believe that. So I don't believe that. So maybe it's just my own awareness is lacking. But I was hoping maybe you could speak to that and offer some advice for people struggling on this level. And perhaps some advice for me in particular with that. Anything you can offer, I'd appreciate. Thank you so much. Much love.
All right. Well, again, perhaps you have to strengthen the part of that exercise that has to do with if you did, in fact, actually let go, if you did really understand that it's not true and let go of that idea that you're not worthy, as an example, are you afraid that something else will happen if you let that go? If you really are willing to be your true self in your society, are you afraid of something else happening when you are your true self? So we would encourage you at this particular point, without too much detail being given to you, to explore that side of the equation. What are you afraid might happen if you did let go of those particular definitions that you're discovering popping up in your unconscious mind? What would really happen? What do you believe might happen that you wouldn't prefer or that you might be afraid of? So we will encourage you to explore that at greater depth. Good day, good day.
Hi, Bashar. It's wonderful to feel you again.
And you as well. Please proceed.
Thank you so much. Yes, so I am wondering if anyone here on Earth are making or getting close to making spaceships the way you are making spaceships. And the reason
it will take a while. It will take a while before you can make them the way we do. However, you have the technology to make versions of craft using different kinds of energy that are non-polluting, that are much more advanced than what you have now. You have all of that technology. A lot of it over time has been suppressed by many people in your society who are operating out of fear. But the idea is you have the technology to make versions, but it will take you quite a while to make versions in the way that we do.
Right, I see. Yeah, one of the reasons I'm asking is because I'm listening to a lot of videos from different organizations like NASA and billionaires such as Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos, and they have big plans when it comes to space travel. And I know they are making a fuel, or they want to refuel their spaceships on the moon. And they're doing a lot of work, and I'm wondering if you are in contact with them at all, or if they are.
No, not directly with us, no.
Right, so they're doing it the Earth way.
Yes, but that's all right. Okay. They're in contact with whoever they need to be in contact, and most of that contact probably occurs most likely in dreams.
Ah, interesting.
So they're guided how they need to be guided for now. Eventually, they will come upon the understanding that there are other ways to do these things, other ways to travel in space, other kinds of energy sources they could be using. But for now, let's just say baby steps.
Okay, thank you. And I'm also wondering regarding the eye of the needle.
Yes.
Where you said before Corona hit, you were warning us about the storm, and then you said that, if I remember correctly, that the eye of the needle will end sometime in 2023.
Yes.
Right. So I'm wondering, I just get a sense that there are more different kinds of storms coming, particularly maybe in the financial system.
Yes, there are many challenges that you will face this year, but again, that's all right because it provides the opportunity for clarity for choosing the belief systems that truly work for you, that are positive in nature, to let go of fear-based belief systems, to streamline yourselves, strip away those things that are negatively oriented, that anchor you to a negative past, to move forward in a positive way. It's a challenge that many of you will be able to utilize to accelerate yourselves toward the future and toward the experience of open contact as it begins to unfold in 2023.
Right. Yeah, it's very exciting. It
Yes.
feels like we're, very transformative.
Yes.
And I'm also wondering, you said in a video that the hybrid children don't necessarily want to sit down and eat all the time, or some of them find it interesting how often we eat.
Yes.
And and my toddler is the same way. I mean, it's very difficult to get him to sit down at the table and eat.
Yes.
But if he doesn't eat, he gets hungry, and that can lead to other challenges. So my question is there a better way to handle meal time with young children?
Well, the idea, first and foremost, is that many of them may require a lighter diet in terms of what it is they eat. You can explore with the child what it is they may be excited or attracted to at certain times when they are hungry. The idea can be worked through in discussions, in conversations, and you can use your creative imagination to, shall we say, describe the different foods that probably are beneficial for them in ways that get them excited about them. You can make up stories about them in terms of what their abilities are, what they will give to the body, what they will allow the child to experience if they incorporate those substances in their body. Remember, the idea of teaching a child requires the parent and the teacher to be as creative and imaginative as a child in coming up with how to have a conversation that really gives the child an understanding from a different perspective about what certain foods will do for the child to help them thrive and sustain their viability in physical reality. So it's up to you to be creative with the stories about what the different foods will do.
Okay. Yeah, excellent.
All right.
Just if I may, one more.
Yes.
I'm just wondering if everyone in this community are likely part of the hybridization agenda, right?
With a great degree of probability, most individuals who have contact with us through these conversations have something to do with the hybridization agenda in general, most probably. It's not an absolute, but most probably.
And if someone was part of the hybridization agenda but is not really attracted to your type of information, does that just mean that they're not ready yet and perhaps will be later?
It may mean many things. It may mean they have their own way of interpreting the idea, their own way of expressing it, their own path to follow. That may not necessarily be exactly what seems to be aligned with what we're saying. Nevertheless, yes, it's possible that further down the path, they may key back in to some of the principles that we talk about and share with all of you. But again, remember that one of our most important principles is to allow everyone to follow their path.
Absolutely, yes.
But no, they don't have to immediately exhibit what seems to be a harmonious agreement with everything that we're saying. That doesn't mean they're not part of the hybridization agenda. And remember, we're not the only one delivering these kinds of informations. So they may key into someone else because of where they're at in life and what they need to hear and the way they need to interpret it. It doesn't mean they're not part of the hybridization agenda just because they're listening to something else.
Right.
So,
That's
does
very
that
helpful.
serve you? All right. Thank you very much and good day.
Thank you. You too.
Hello, Bashar. My name is Gabby, and I'm from Chicago, but I currently reside in Costa Rica. I had quite an interesting question to ask. So the question is, what if we are watching our life through the real us, through our intention and our energy and our presence, and our life is actually a video to the real us, and It's just a mirror reflecting to us in the real us perspective. Thank you for your time.
Well, in a sense, that is so. You are creating a projection of your consciousness. If you want to call it a video, you can. You can call it a hologram, whatever you wish to call it. It's a projection of your consciousness. That's what physical reality is, and that's why it's a mirror. It's reflecting your state of being, your belief system, what you believe to be true about yourself and your relationship to the idea of the collective consensus reality that you've all agreed to participate in. So yes, in a sense, most of you is still in spirit, observing what the physicalized portion of your consciousness is going through, almost like watching a video from the spirit point of view. But of course, while you are in the video in physical reality, you may not necessarily experience it as a video. You experience it as a real thing happening to you. But it's still, nevertheless, a projection of your consciousness. But as we said, yes, a reflection of your state of being that can be used to guide you in life so that you can choose the state of being that you prefer instead of simply going along with what the mirror of physical reality is reflecting to you at any given moment.
Contact experiences. So I did a channeling course to learn to channel, and we did a few meditations, and I met an ET that called himself John. I don't think that's his real name. And he told me
Probably
that
not.
no. I had that knowing right away when he
All
said
right.
it.
Very good.
So he said that I would be helping humans get ready for first contact.
Yes.
That was in the first meditation. And in the second meditation, he came again, and he sort of came over to me, and it felt like he was merging with me. I don't know if that was more symbolic.
Well, it's more of an energy matching or an energy mirroring. Remember, no one actually goes inside anyone else. There's no room inside you for anything. But you can match your vibrations with something, and it can feel like a merging.
Ah, that's amazing. The other thing that I felt in the meditations was an overwhelming love.
Yes.
For John. It felt like I'd known him forever. It felt like I almost wanted to go back with him to his planet. That's how it felt like. I wanted to go home with him because that felt like more like my home.
Yes, well, in a sense, that's true. Although, again, remember, you chose to be where you are for your own purposes.
Yes. So I had a question. Who is John? Do you know who John is?
In general, yes.
Can you tell me?
No.
Okay, I thought that might happen.
How psychic of you.
Yes.
You'll find out what you need to find out as you continue with this process. We cannot spoil the surprises for you.
Oh my gosh, that's exciting. So I have been verbally channeling, and it works best when I have someone ask a question.
Yes.
But it feels like it's my higher self or their higher selves as well. And
your higher self will always be involved in any communication with anything else. So be prepared to accept the fact that your higher self will sometimes be the vehicle through which the information may come.
Okay, that's so good. That feels right. The other experience I wanted to ask you about was when I'm going to sleep, when I'm resting and going to fall asleep, I feel a lot of energy go through my body, and I can get some downloads of information and also sort of talk to my higher self or whoever the energies are. But one night I could feel an energy there, and I was given the experience of actually feeling what unity consciousness felt like.
Yes.
And you can't describe it. Is that what you feel and your people feel?
All the time.
Oh my gosh. Okay. It just you knew fully who you were.
Yes.
And you knew who everyone else was.
Yes.
And there was just total communication, total love. And it felt, and the next thing the thoughts that I had was, wow, that's so different from what humans experience on Earth.
Yes. But it is something you can experience on Earth.
Yes. Yes.
Now, remember, of course, not on the Earth you're on. You will shift to an Earth that already experiences that when you align with it more harmoniously.
Yay. That would be great. It feels like it's sort of for humans, it's a job of self-love.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. And understanding that, and the more I found in my own journey, the more that I love myself, I get rid of those negative belief systems and really realize who I am.
Yes.
I'm not needing that outside. Humans tend to need outside validation.
They don't tend to it, they choose to believe they need it.
Yes. Yes. But the more you feel self-love, that goes away because you've already kind of got that. You have everything you need.
Absolutely. Simple, isn't it?
Yes. Well, it's a big journey to get rid of those belief systems. So I guess
We
that's
understand.
the journey.
That's all right. That's part of the challenge. That's part of what you signed up for, is to go through that experience and the process of letting go of those things more consciously. But the idea, the basic principle, is very simple.
Yes, it is simple, and yet, yes, and yet it's a journey.
Yes, it's a journey.
Yes, it's an amazing journey, actually.
It is.
Amazing. I can see why we would choose to come here, because there's so much richness in this experience, and getting to that better place is,
Yes, it's a complex and rich tapestry of experiences.
Yes. So can you tell me who helped me to feel that unity consciousness feeling, to actually help me? Because I could feel another energy helping me to experience. It was John. Yeah. Yay, John. Okay, Bashar, thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Good day.
Good day.
Hello, Bashar. My name is Dani. I'm from Portugal. I grew up in Madeira Island. It's an island that belongs to Portugal. And I have two questions. I was wondering if the island is a reminiscence of the Atlantis civilization or not. I don't know. And the second question is, I feel that there is a vortex there. I mean, I feel physically. So I was wondering, can you please tell me what is the purpose of that vortex? What is the quality of the vortex, and what kinds of frequencies it irradiates? So thank you, Bashar. You know I love you. Goodbye, and see you soon.
It is part of the Atlantean colonization that swept into the European areas. It is not Atlantis itself, but Atlanteans definitely traveled there as a part of a colonization effort into the European area. The vortex that's there has to do with being on the edge of possibilities, on the edge of the horizon, looking forward into the future and seeking answers from a higher plane, of seeing what's coming in and knowing how to handle it. That's what that vortex represents.
Hello, Bashar.
And good day to you.
I want to start off by saying I'm very grateful for connecting with you and having this opportunity with you.
Our deep appreciation and gratitude to you all as well for the co-creation of these interactions.
I had a extraterrestrial that was floating above my head at 1:30 in the morning about a month ago. Can you explain what that was and what he was doing, or she was doing?
Checking in, taking a measurement of vibrational energy, seeing how ready you are for more.
Thank you so much. When I was younger, growing up, when I was a little kid, I believe it was reptilian attached to me for many years.
There is no attachment.
There's not. Okay.
Not in the negative sense, no. There may be encounters, there may be a sharing of vibrational energy that you choose to match or don't, but not attachment in the negative sense that many people on your planet use that word. You are always free to determine what you connect to.
Interesting. Thank you very much. I've seen a UFO 15 years ago, 35 feet from me. Can you let me know what it was doing and if my consciousness was on that spaceship with it?
What did it look like?
It looked like a dirty metallic color. It looked like almost like a spiral football, but it has dull on the sides. It was seamless, had no lights, made no noise, and it was hovering over by Canada by the water, and then it came towards me and stayed by the water for a good couple minutes and then took off vertically.
Yes, a version of yourself was on that craft.
Wow, thank you so much. Okay. Whew. Okay. Now, when I close my eyes, Bashar, my happiness is really for channeling. And I've been trying to follow all your techniques that I've been learning. And I was wondering, am I ever going to get to that place where I can channel? Because I do see extraterrestrials. I have had talks every now and then, but most of them just show themselves to me.
Why do you feel you need to vocal channel?
I would love to learn and grow and figure out what's behind the veil more.
Why do you think vocal channeling is the way to do that for you?
I was never very educated growing up. I was in the system for very long. I never had the education.
But what I'm
So
saying is, why do you imagine that vocal channeling to other people is the way that will help you do that, instead of doing something like automatic writing or just receiving
because I
downloads?
can't spell properly and I can't write. So for me, that would be the way that I can do that properly.
All right. Well, how excited are you to do that?
I am super excited. It is my passion.
Have you started doing it by having people ask questions?
No, I haven't had them ask questions. I've been recording on a recorder to see it's describe what I've been seeing. And I've been seeing a
All
lot of
right.
things lately.
Well, if you want a vocal channel to other people, why haven't you had other people asking questions?
Thank you. I will try that.
Because it acts as a ground. It brings the information through you and grounds it in them like electricity. It pulls it through you. You can, in a sense, get out of the way because it's not staying within you for you to determine what's going on. You just simply act as an empty vessel or a conduit for the information to come through you that they need, that will anchor itself in them. And in that process, you will also get to understand what the information is. But you have to have somebody that's pulling it through you if you want to function as a vocal channel.
Thank you very much. I had Reiki done with me 2 years ago, and I ended up seeing the Archangel Michael and Raphael like if they were in person right in front of me. I
Yes.
had a profound experience. It showed me nothing but love. And the thing is, the other thing that really blew my mind is this Palladian woman I had an encounter with. She showed me emotions through telepathy, but it felt like it was like heavy. And then she showed me babies in a tube. There were like 50 of them, and I don't know if somehow we had kids or she was showing me something.
She's showing you that you are part of the hybridization agenda on Earth that is involved with the evolution of humanity toward the sixth hybrid race.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. Bashar, I am very grateful. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
It is our passion and our pleasure. Good day to you.
Good day. So great to talk to you, knowing that you are doing extremely well wherever you are. So today my question is about the last time we spoke. So when you came on the screen, I felt this great energy and I didn't have words for it. It was only after I was describing it to my partner that he gave me the word of home. And it was so beautiful and I was buzzing for weeks. And you have said that you and your civilization are sending off energy at a certain level and we then match that energy. How much of that energy was I matching? And when other beings experience me, when I am coming from a place of full excitement, is that kind of what I feel like? It was so beautiful. And my last request would be, I won't be watching this session live. So if possible, when you answer this question, can you send me a emotional message or a telepathic message to let me know that you have answered the question, and for me to know for sure that that is the time when you are answering the question. And when I watch the recording, I would love to know if you can also encode it with that same vibration, and then I can feel that again. Yes, I don't know if that's something that you can do, but I'm looking forward to it. Thanks, Emil. Bye.
All right. Well, yes, you're feeling your own energy mirroring our energy that we're giving off, our frequency that we are encouraging all of you to match or mirror within yourself. So you're feeling your own energy as it rises to meet the vibration we give off. And yes, it can be that other people, when you're in your pure excitement, your pure passion, can feel the same kind of vibration coming from you that you feel coming from us. All you have to do is be in a state of love, unconditional love, to receive all the messages that we send to all of you, to allow you to know synchronistically when it is you need to tune in and tap into anything that is important for you to be aware of. So we are sending those messages. We will see. It is up to you to receive them by being in the state of energy that would make it most likely for you to be aware of what is being given to you.